Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. I want to thank all my subscribers, my
So dark.
my well wishers. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Well, what I'm going to do for you today is that I'm going to show you um, how much 3,000 US dollars go here in the Philippines over the next couple of days. So stick with me. Today is the first of the month and it's bill paying day, and you're going to check it out. Right now, we're going to open the gate. I'm going to take you through paying rent, my bills, and kind of give you a real idea, or a real fact of my expenses. Mia, get her. Get her. Open up the gate.
Palit. Ang lubot.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's Cherry, my new housekeeper. Say hello, Cherry. Say hello, say hello. She's a real good housekeeper.
Bye-bye.
Okay, come on in here. You guys got a glimpse of Mia when she was opening up the gate. So right now we're gonna head into Dumaguete. I got a couple of stops to make at the bank and pay some bills. So this is what we do every first of the month, and I think I'll be making some final payments on a couple of things. You know, I would save so much money if I pay cash for everything. But because it's, I guess, my habit from my moving too fast days, it's always easy to pay $100 than $1,000. So, but only paying $100 means that by the time I pay off the principal, that $1,000, the item that what I'm buying is now going to cost me $2. And you know, to me, that's just the way it goes. Okay, so right now, we're going to pause right here and wait till we get a little closer to Dumaguete before we pick it up again. All right, you're watching Gerard, Black in the Philippines, with the truth. I'll be right back. Okay, I had some problems with my phone, so I had to call T-Mobile in the United States and have them switch my numbers to my phone to kind of get the most out of it. But anyway, right now we're in San Jose, and I'm going to stop here and get a couple of sticks. So those of you who don't know what sticks are, meaning a few cigarettes. I got all these Newports, but you know, I would smoke them in an emergency. But if I can avoid it, I'd much rather have Marlboro Lights because they're much lighter and a lot more easier on my throat. So just hold on a second. Okay. I'm going to pull over here on the side. and jump out and buy a few. And of course, there's a van right there, Murphy's Law. We can't go wrong, Will. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm gonna stop right there because he's on the wrong side of the street. That's one thing here about Philippines. You pretty much can park and drive anywhere, you know. So, my boat dog. Oh, I see you. Just wait. These are my friends. My boat dog. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay now? Yeah, okay, give me a pack. How many working? Okay. Oh. I got no money. Mia, you got money? Oh, she got money. I don't have money. So hold on a second. I jumped out of here without having any money. So there you can see the lovely Mia. She is the bank. Oh, you got a big old 500. Wow. Okay, here. Oh, but that's all we need. Okay. And 3 Cokes. How many? 3 working?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 Coca-Cola. Okay. So how you been? Okay.
Yeah.
My boat dog. This is now one of these small bodega stores. Has all your necessities, your daily needs. Has feed and all that stuff.
200.
200?
Yeah.
Okay, I see you, okay? Okay, bye-bye. Okay, we got that done. So now we'll head on into Dumageddon with no further interruption. I got a printer I got to put in the shop to have it serviced to make sure it's okay. And I'm working on one of these mics that I got from Lazara, I think Lazara or Shopee. I ordered one at Lazara and they sent me 3. So, and I haven't had a whole lot of success with them, but in a pinch, you know, I will use them. I'm trying to cut down on the wind that you might hear on the camera. But one of my intentions is getting a good mic today. Hopefully I'll be able to do that or find a good one. And I'm always afraid of getting a selfie stick because I'm so paranoid of the phone falling off of it, you know, and breaking, you know. So finding a real good one has always been a challenge for me. As you can see, that's Soooo over there. You saw that where we ate at Escosas, you were able to see it. But this is a nice coastal ride into Dumageddon. You know, a lot of people talk about the ride coming here. Show some of the people, Mia, walking on the street. We didn't see people walking. Kind of show them. Say that it's a long way, but it's a nice ride. You know, yeah, sometimes you might hit traffic or you might hit construction, but you know, that's all good. That's all in a day's drive. You know, you don't know, you know, what to expect. You know, so you try to avoid it when you can, but when you can't, you just sit back and relax. You know, I've always kind of relaxed and mellowed in my driving. I'm a very aggressive driver. You know, first of all, you know, if there's space, if you look up ahead of all those cars, there's all that clear space. You get an idea of how they zoom by. That's where I want to be. But these days, I just learned to kind of just kick back and just take my time, you know. So there have been a number of real bad accidents that me and I have seen, not happen, but seen the consequences of bad driving And then on Dumageddon News, that I encourage you to kind of look at, to check out, so you get what's going on in our city. Right here, if you look right up here, you see this little tower thing, this little fort right here. This is like a lookout point that I don't know what they're looking for, or what the scout. This thing right here, man. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're renovating it now. I would love to just sit there and just chill sometimes. Sometimes I get jealous because I see the Filipinos, just hanging out and just relaxing, and it's one of like, damn, shouldn't you be working, But it's just, I guess, when you have a little small posse, a little small clique, that's what you do. That's what you do. But sometimes I would like to just sit there somewhere all day with a couple of people and a bottle and just chill. But the only problem is that the language, you're not going to be able to talk to them the way you would like to. If you look, they're doing construction here. Now, keep in mind, the water used to come up kind of close here. So what they do is that they build this wall, and they got a big trench here, and they're pushing the water, and they're going to extend the highway. It always amazed me how they can always find more highway, even in the States, when you're driving on the street, next thing you know, one lane highway, and the next thing you know, it's two, and next to it is three, but they're able to do that. You can see these houses here, if they go further, they have to move them, and look at that Filipino, wow, I'm always impressed when I see girls driving motorcycles. Sometimes you see them, all dressed in black, with black helmets, and out of there's something out of what do you call it? 009, I think it is. Not 007, not to be confused with 007, but 009. If you get a chance, click on 009, and you'll see what I'm talking about. These Oriental girls who are very acrobatic and kick ass. But you see them driving sometimes here in the Philippines. So there's also another place like I like to go on top of and just look from the view from where they live at. And I don't think we passed it yet, but we might be coming up on it, or maybe we did pass it. But yeah, there are a couple of places that I just like to hang out. If you look, you can see the water, and they look like nice little fishing spots. But you remember, there are no fish. So this is. I'm just going to take my time. So again, you're watching Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. And the truth is, I'm going to show you, what we do every month, to take care of our responsibilities. That's one thing I'm glad that I always got in the habit of, even when I was moving too fast, is that I always made sure I took care of my personal expenses. Everything taken care of. And what was left over, if I wanted to flock it up, I would flock it up. At least I would flock it up knowing I got a roof over my head and food in my refrigerator. Yeah, I think we passed. I don't know. No, I don't think we passed it yet.
What is it?
The house that I wanted to visit sometime. Now we're gonna pass a location where I had on my video one time. It was a fruit stand where they were selling fruits and what have you. We're gonna pass that.
Oh, they have a selling fruits there. They have a house.
Yeah, the house, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, this fruit stand here, you'll see it coming up. This is a very popular fruit stand because of the way they make this drink. And during the daytime, it's like they all get off work and they come right there and drink it. But it's very sweet, very good. It has fruit, and it's very cold. And I guess it's the right tasting thing after a hard day's work that you want to guzzle down. You can see some of the buildings here. You can see how the architect on them. And of course they have still the old style, I guess bamboo leaf kind of hut. And you get an idea of some of the houses, what they look like. This is a, I guess this would be like a developed area because you're going into the main city, Dumaguete. See, the houses are very nice here. And remember, if you look over here on this side, you see these houses on this side. You see, they're always modeling, rebuilding, renovating, here in the Philippines. I was watching the news and they said that the Philippines expected to be within one of the top 10 economies in the world, which is good. So investing, if you want to, there might be some parts of the Philippines, especially around Dumaguete, because they're building an international airport. So once the international airport gets built, it's going to increase the value of the land. We know a couple of people who had to sell their land to make sure, to allow for the airport, because it was coming through their land. And you know how that goes. Either you sell it or they take it. There's no negotiation. We're going to give you this much. This is what your land is worth to us. And that's that. Okay. Okay. It always amazes me, people who walk selling things, because I know it's got to be a long day, when you're walking selling brooms or, selling fruit or selling anything, walking is, I used to think about that in Cebu, why everybody was so thin. And I come to figure out the reason they were so thin because everybody walks. Of course you can take a tricycle or something like that, but most of the time people just walk. God bless them. If they can walk for hours at a time. I personally can't. Okay, we are coming into what's called Soooo land. Soooo land is where they have the furry. Save him! Go. Oh, he gonna say go? There's a fucking car coming like that. Okay. Yeah, go. I don't care. Here, whatever. But this is Soooo land. I used to live over this side of the town. In fact, when I pay my rent, we're going to go there and you get to see a little bit more of that. Hopefully my landlord's there. I love her to death. Hopefully we'll see her. And but if I don't, I give it to her, one of her employees, and I take a picture of them holding the money. So this way, she knows I gave them the money. We stopped exchanging receipts a long time ago. This is a church here. I don't know the name of it, but it's a very well attended church. Especially. I don't want to say because of funerals, but and that's a very popular church here in Dumaguete, Soooo land, which Dumaguete is part of Soooo land. you might think. Which remind me, I had a friend come visit me a couple of days ago from Cebu. Um, her name is Josie, and Josie was a person who actually helped me put my magazine together, Filipino Soul magazine. She was able to give me interviews. She was able to translate songs from Bisaya and Tagalog into English. She's a school teacher. She brought me some great story ideas. In fact, if you saw that story about children living in a graveyard, she was the one who brought me that story. So anyway, it was a surprise. It was absolutely a surprise. She texted me and said that she's in Superland, and I was like, what? And she was leaving that night. I said, what? I said, you don't come to see me, but her boyfriend, who is a physical therapist, drove her, and he's a nice guy. I'm glad Josie found someone, and not putting her business in the street. But she is another Filipino who I know who owns land. Her family owns land, since we were talking about land. And when it came to divide the land, she didn't get anything of it, because she was estranged from the family, So I know someone like that. Some of you met Boom Boom, who was the same thing. His family owned a lot of land, but when they sold it, they didn't give him anything, And I told her, that sucks. But then I can say the same thing about my mother, who had a lot of land and insurance and had a $300,000 US dollar home paid for. And when she passed away, I'll never forget these words. It said, "For reasons only be known to me, I leave my son Gerard nothing." Which does kind of hurt a little bit, but she left it all to my brother, and be that as it may, that's the way it was. That's the way she wanted it, and try to have me evicted from the house, from the grave. I'll never forget that part. Because then the lease said he has to leave the house. I said, wow. She's kind of like that. She's dead. Is she gonna kick me out of the house? I said, wow. But thank God for my stepfather Joe, who said no. So it was good. Speaking about my mother, I remember when I got out for serving time, that she had said that she was so happy to see at least the last 3 years of her life, me doing the right thing and doing so much positiveness, So when she was asked to be on jury duty, at that time I was a Muslim, and the case was against a Muslim. And she says, I can't be on this jury because I saw what it did for my son. So I guess that was the closest she ever came to her saying, to me, that she was proud of me. So anyway, be that as it may, So this is Superland. They got a Triumph Home Depot, which is something like Home Depot in the United States, except they call it Triumph. So if you see it here, this is their Home Depot version of it. We bought some ticket items there as well. Okay, so we're gonna pause. Well, no, we're in Dumageddon now. Let's see, I can always cut it out if I don't want to have something in or edit it. But you can see now how it changed from like a rural type of area into more of a metropolitan type of area. And this is where we're headed into now. I would play music for you, but you know what would happen? I would get demonetized. And I don't want that to happen, because if at all, I want to make sure that I'm staying within the guidelines of of YouTube. So I want to make sure that this is the airport here. You can see this is Dumaguete Airport. We saw a plane taxiing not too long ago. There used to be a lot more activity, but since COVID, I think a couple of the airlines shut down and no longer land here, or they just have Cebu Pacific, I think it is, and so not a lot of airlines are still here. So you can tell the traffic is starting to get a little bit more congested. Save them, save them. There they go, the hospital. I wanted to stop. Oh, we'll do it on the bike another time. To stop because I want to have the van tune up. But like I said, we'll do another time. This is Roberts. This is where we come to service the vehicle. And there's a little driveway right back there. That's where my mechanic is. If you blink your eye, you'll miss him. So that's how small it is. So that's where he is. So that's where I have my vehicle service. Yep. But you saw the driveway. You know who she looked like? She looked like, what's his name, wife? Calvin's.
Meredith.
Yeah, Meredith.
Yeah.
It's funny. You always see people who look like other people. They say everywhere in the world you have a twin. Somewhere in the world you have a twin. She like walk like her too, huh? Huh? Oh. Go sign where? Oh yeah, of course. That's what you do. Yeah. Besides, I don't think you can videotape inside the bank. Yeah. Although the guards there are fairly friendly with me, each time I go to the bank, when I walk out, I tip them 200 pesos. Look at this Filipino. She got nice hair. Sometimes I think Filipinos are just too small to be riding bikes, especially girls. I see Mia riding it. The other day I was fortunate enough to be able to ride behind her because I had my bike and she was riding hers. And I look at her, look at this little girl on this bike. But that's how I feel sometimes. Okay, is he turning or going straight? Okay, he's going straight. You can see the students breaking for lunch. The uniforms, they're all in uniforms.
Falls.
Huh?
That's from St. Paul's.
Oh, okay. But you should see them, man. They're all over the place like ants. Probably around 4 o'clock when they start getting out of school. But like I said, yeah, when I leave the bank, I often the time. Come on. I often the time. Yeah. I often the time. See, that was nice. He said thank you. Not a whole lot of them do, but I appreciate it. I'm still very courteous. When I come out of the bank, I give them a tip. Sometimes I think that if I wasn't in any problems, they would, come to my rescue. And we always need to have somebody look out for you. And there is a parking space. Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
See, this guy don't get it. Oh, somebody got the parking space. Look, somebody pulled into it. Wow.
Ano? They're going to...
They're going. They just pulled into it, man. I don't know, man. They're coming to this. What are you doing? Okay, well, I can get by. Just wait. Okay. Okay, that's the bank there. That's BDO Union Bank
City Mall.
and City Mall.
Yeah.
City Mall is it's a mall. It's a small one, but it's a mall nevertheless.
Parking.
Yeah. So because there's no parking here, I gotta go around the block and park there. And usually that entails a little walking.
Yeah, right there.
Park where?
Oh, in the front.
In the front of where? In the store?
Oh.
You have to buy something, Mia. You can't just. I have this thing, I don't like utilizing anybody or anything without compensating them for it. So because neither one of us have money to park there would be, amigo!
Are you running?
Oh no! I got the park. He's chasing the car because he wants me to tip him. Did you show him? Did they say? Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. So this is BDO Bank right here. You see the people outside. They have to wait to go inside, but because I'm senior citizen, I don't have to wait. I go right on in. That's one of the benefits of getting old. You think I would have some benefit for being old, for living this long, but God knows, I don't know why He's keeping me alive this long. Maybe to take care of me and the boys. But I'm very blessed to still be among the living. So I must say that I do say thank you, Jesus, very often. Especially when I get home from driving, I always say, give thanks to Him, because I know it's because of Him. He made it possible for me to get home safely, but. So what we're going to do is that we're going to park up here on the side, and we're going to take a break from videoing. Woo! And remember, you're watching Gerard, Black in the Philippines, with the truth. And I will be right back. Okay.